What's up everybody, this is ArtinScott, and in this video I'll be talking about the Naruto Shippuden episode 366, The All-Knowing. I've been waiting very patiently for this episode to finally come since after it had been released in the manga. While I was watching this episode, there were quite many few things that did surprise me. For instance, Hashirama Senju, or in this case, the first Hokage. Now, to me personally, when I first saw the first Hokage, I took him to be more of a very serious leader, considering he was known as the god of shinobi. However, this is not the case. As masculine and strong as the first Hokage may seem, he's a very laid-back character. Whereas compared to his brother, the second Hokage, Tobirama Senju, is not laid back at all. Because of the difference in personality, this causes them to both argue with each other. To me, this was nice to know, because earlier on we already knew what kind of personalities both the fourth and the third had, but not necessarily the second or the first. What I had found hilarious is that when the first Hokage had admitted that he was a gambler, he had then passed his bad habits to his first grandchild, Tsunade, which then explains why Tsunade herself is also a gambler. You can already tell that Sasuke himself is not amused, now that when all the Hokage had heard from Orochimaru that Uchiha Madara had been reanimated as well, and is out in the battlefield for the 4th Great Ninja War. They were all shocked and very surprised to hear of this news. Especially the second Hokage and the third Hokage, since they both want to eagerly get out in the battlefield. Although Hashirama Senju knows of the threat that Uchiha Madara has in the Great Ninja world, he understands the importance in needing to wait to answer Sasuke Uchiha's questions regarding his brother, and of the importance of the Hidden Leaf Village, because he fears that Sasuke himself could become the next Madara, which makes me kind of wonder if Hashirama knows the scale of power which Sasuke holds within himself. Now, speaking of power, it was really crazy when it came to the point when Tobirama put up his finger and all of a sudden crazy energy starts spluling out where it cracked the very floor in which they were standing on. Where this brings up the question, what kind of power does the second Hokage hold? I mean, we already kind of know what sort of abilities that the second may have, but they're not as clear as far as compared to his brother Hashirama. Now moving forward, when Sasuke had asked what does it mean to be a village, you can tell that the first Hokage was really thinking how to answer his question, considering the fact that the first and the second have had a big experience when it came to the Uchiha clan in itself. What I thought was weird is when Tobirama mentioned the fact that the Uchiha clan were actually considered to be very loving, which then causes them to be evil. Now, I don't really know how this is going to entail, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of backstory when it comes to really explaining the whole psychological impact as far as the Uchiha's minds go out. But we'll have to see. Considering they've only really explained that their inner energy is what causes their brains to shift gears from being loving to being full of hate, which then develops the Sharingan within their eyes. Now, speaking of backstory, what would be a perfect way to explain to Sasuke what it means to be a village? And that would be explaining the relationship between Hashirama and Madara. Now, for this episode specifically, we only get to see more segments between Hashirama, Madara, and the Kyuubi. Now, compared to the original scenes that the anime has given us as far as Madara and Hashirama's fight, this has been really amped up. For instance, Madara wraps his perfect Susanoo with the nine-tailed fox, which is very surprisingly compared to the original segments. Now, in this fight, we actually get to see a little bit of dialogue between the two, like Hashirama saying that he does not want to fight Madara. Now, it's a little hard to determine whether or not Madara himself actually wants to fight Hashirama as well. However, he does say within the fight that he has reached it, which makes me kind of question, what is it exactly has he reached? Now, what I'm thinking is that he's describing him having the perfect Susanoo and the perfect Mangekyo Sharingan, which has allowed him to have godlike powers, after Madara had killed his brother. Now, the question may lie, how come Madara decided to kill his brother to steal his eyes? Was it because of his selfish ambition to become more powerful, or was there a deeper reason? Well, whatever it may be the case, we'll probably be able to see many of those reasons within the continued episode backstories between Hashirama and Madara. Now, to conclude, I really like how they made the episode more of a cliffhanger, considering the only thing we really saw at the end of this episode was Madara rushing in as the Susanoo Kyuubi, while Hashirama charges in at Madara with some big giant wooden statue, which kind of resembles some sort of giant Buddhist religious symbol. Whatever it may be, to me, it looks like a giant turkey. Anyway, this wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoy. I do plan in the future to have some more episode reviews for Naruto Shippuden, as well as game playthroughs such as the new Naruto Storm Revolutions, which I do hopefully plan on getting as soon as it comes out. I also will try to include unboxing, as well as card reviews for mainly Vice Shorts. Please also be sure to check out my DeviantArt page, it would be very appreciated. This is ArtinScott, and I'll be signing out.